Hey yo, what's going on? It's the Mellow Podcast once again. How y'all's everybody doing today? So today's episode we talk about Pokemon Day. How Microsoft 10-year deal and Nintendo might get some Call of Duty popping through. Pikachu Terror Raids. I had more stuff. Oh, and so this coming Thursday, Sony's doing a state of play and maybe some Secret Invasion talk. All right, catch on the next one. Let's start the show. Yeah. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another lovely episode of the Mellow Podcast. This is your boy Mellow. We are here. It's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful night. It's about 10:42 on a Tuesday night. I'm trying to get this episode done so I can drop it on Wednesday, which is literally tomorrow, like less than 2 hours, less than an hour and a half, really. All right. I hope everybody's good. I want to do a couple things real quick. First, we're back on Twitter. So yes, we are back on Twitter. So if y'all want to find me on Twitter, find me at MELLOPOD22. That's at MellowPod22 on Twitter. I updated my link tree. My link tree is also on the Twitter page. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Next is the Insta. I gotta redo the Instagram again. Also, if you all haven't realized, everybody's been watching, looking, reading, listening, all that good stuff, we got a new logo. So I need to really first give a shout out to the homie from Canada, Andrew Casey, owner of at CaseyGFX. Graphics, if you don't know what that means. Yeah, so I want to give a shout out to that man right there because he's done logo for my Twitch, and now he's done the logo for the podcast. So big shout out to him. Y'all want to get some graphics done? He does intros for streaming, outros. He does everything that you want him to do. Deals? I won't say deals. Pricing wise, it's probably better than most people you'll find out there. Legit, give him a shout out, show some love. But yeah, now let's continue with the show. All right, so we are. Should I put that last? Do last. No, we'll do that last. Microsoft has officially signed a 10-year deal with the. Well, first this is from Phil Spencer. It's a 10-year agreement with Nvidia to allow GeForce Now players to stream Xbox PC games as well as Activision Blizzard PC titles. This is including Call of Duty. Following the acquisition, we're committed to bringing more games and more people, however they choose to play. So basically, what he's basically saying is, they signed a 10-year deal. So basically, Nintendo, you're probably getting Call of Duty at some point, because everybody don't got an Xbox, everybody don't got a PlayStation. Some people don't even use PC to play games. They have a Switch, and I'll guarantee you there are a lot of Switch players out there. I'm gonna say kiddos, for the most part. I probably want to play Call of Duty. So this is a big jump. But I feel, okay, we have to be getting a new Switch at some point, right? Am I wrong? Are we getting a new Switch at some point? We have to be. Because, let's be serious, the current Switch will not be able to run a Call of Duty game. At all. So I feel like we're going to get a Pokemon Direct in like a couple months. Again, because we got one earlier in this early February. We'll probably get one like early April, maybe May, and be like, oh, also, Switch 2's coming. I mean, maybe not Switch 2, but you know what I'm trying to say. Switch XL or something. Because you cannot have an outdated model of a system and have a current gen Call of Duty game or a new gen Call of Duty game. Look what happened to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The graphics were, I want to say, horrible, but there was a lot of issues with that game, with graphics, landscaping. You move around, people pop in, pop out. There was a lot of lagging, so we must be getting a new freaking Switch. I am praying we get a new Switch. I want a new Switch. My daughter wants a new Switch. We'll just say my daughter wants a new Switch, so it sounds better than me wanting a new Switch. But you need a better system to run COD on than the current gen of Switch. I don't even think OLED would be able to run it that well. You know what I mean? Switch OLED would not be able to run it as well as a newer generation of Switch would be able to handle it. I feel like it's time. What, I think it's been 7 years since the Switch came out. Listen, I've had my Xbox One for 10 years. I've had it since the day it came out. Okay, I'm saying Xbox One. Okay, November 12th, 2020. I said, shoot, I'm sorry. We're going 13 years by the end of the year this year. Okay, 13 years I've had that Xbox. I'm sorry, my math is horrendous. No, I'm right. No, I'm right. I'm right. Dude, I'm sorry. My mind's all over the place. I'm saying Xbox One. I'm thinking Xbox Series X, which came out in 2020. But either way, I have my Xbox One. I want to say it's been probably 10 years. It has to have been 10 years because, right? Let's see what we're talking about. Now it's like it doesn't want to work today. Huh. Let's see. No, it's been I was right, 10 years. It's been 10 years since Xbox One came out. I mean, come on. And Xbox One actually runs Call of Duty fairly well, even the newer version of the software. But when it comes to Switch, it can't happen. You can't. You cannot do that. Okay? You cannot do that. Don't do it. Please. Don't. Alright, now we're gonna switch over to PlayStation. Or Sony, whatever you want to say. Sony is having a state of play this coming Thursday. Let's see, let me get my time, right? Let me get my time. 9 p.m. GMT, which, shoot, I forgot what that is. English time. American time. What is that American time, Mello? It's 9 p.m. Just 2 p.m.? 4 p.m. U.S. time. Right? No, wrong. Right. Oh man, I thought I was way better prepared, and as you can clearly see, I'm not even freaking close to being prepared for this episode today. But that's all right. I still got to put an episode out, right? Episode still got to come. Not great, okay, maybe okay. As long as I bring the juicy stuff to y'all, we're gonna be okay. Either way, it's supposed to come out this Thursday. Usually they do state of plays around like, if not 2 p.m., they do it around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So from what I know, this will be 16 games we're gonna talk about, 10 third-party games. They're going to talk about games coming out for the PlayStation VR 2. And they're supposed to be talking about, hopefully they're going to talk about Suicide Squad, Killer Justice League. Listen, most of these state of plays are more geared, obviously, towards the PS5. Because now I feel there are a lot more, there's a good amount of people that probably have PS5 more now than before. Like a year ago. So I feel like most people definitely want their game's worth of PS5 stuff, you know? Because it's just better off that way. Every time there's a new console, sure, there's a slow transition period where they still keep the current gen stuff. They still talk about current gen stuff, and then there's like a year, maybe a year and a half later, they started really jumping into the more new generation of console games and stuff. But I don't have a PS5, so it's like I don't I do, and I don't care. I just wish, because I know it's gonna be. I wish it wouldn't be on just on PS5. Just Suicide Kills Justice League. I want to play that fucking game. I want to play that game. Please let me. Even if it's a rendered, like a lower rendered version of it, I don't care. I just want to play the game. Let me play the game. It stinks because like it'll show up, like on Xbox and PlayStation, it'll still show up in your store, but it literally will say, "Oh, not compatible with this device" or something like that. Like, come on, make a separate store then for the PS5. Like, come on, don't freaking keep it on the PS4 store or the Xbox One store if I cannot download these games. It's just, to me, it's not fair. Because I'm thinking, oh, I can download. Yeah, let's go. I try to do it like Gotham Knights. You know, I hear it's a game. I want to play it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy it. And Midnight Suns, I want to buy that too. I click it. Oh, not compatible with this device. I'm like, come on. I want to play this game. Please let me play the game. Not a reference to Triple H though. You know, that is a good reference. And then nextly, we will be talking about essentially Pokemon stuff. One is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and then it'll be Pokemon Day stuff. Excuse me. There's always a cough when I get on here. I don't understand why. So, if you play Pokemon Scarlet and or Violet, you know that about every 2 weeks there's like a 7-star raid that goes on. The first one was, if I remember, Charizard, and then they had like a 4 to 5-star raid, maybe 6-star raid. Then that one was Eevee, or Eevee was a 7-star raid. And then the next 7-star raid was a Cinderace. Was like late December, early January. No, sorry. Early January, mid-January. And then we just finished off with Greninja, which was late January, early February. Now, the most current one is about to pop up this coming weekend. The 24, 5, and 6 is Pikachu Terra type water. So, an electric water type Pikachu. Now, if you bought the game early or you pre-ordered early, you got electric flying Terra type Pikachu. So, we were all hoping for something better because it seemed like they were doing the starters. Like, see how they did like the kind of the good fire ones, Charizard, Cinderace. All right, cool. And then they did Greninja. So a lot of us were either hoping for Samurott or Blastoise or the new one. I forgot its name from last gen. Gen 8. God, I forgot his name. The Sniper Frog. God, I forgot his damn name. But either way, we were hoping for like a water. Not Pikachu again. I get it. Pikachu is your mascot. Pokemon Day is literally the day after the Terra raids end. But come on. You could have given us something different. Something. Like, just, dude, I would have preferred any other Pokemon but Pikachu again. Any other Pokemon but Pikachu. Like, you know what I'm saying? Any other Pokemon Pikachu would have been just fine. Anything else, but whatever. It's not. I'm not gonna try to catch it. It's just the fact of you could have done something better, just kind of a prelude to Pokemon Day. You know, people are hoping Mewtwo. I don't see Mewtwo do that happening, but it's possible. It's possible. You know. All right. Nextly and finally, we'll probably end off. This will probably be like the longest rant I might have. I don't want to call it a rant, so to speak. More of a, what do you call it? We'll do a lot of guessing here, basically. So Pokemon Day we're literally a week away from Pokemon Day. February 27th at 9 a.m. Eastern time, 6 a.m. Pacific time. What's gonna happen? What are they bringing? Obviously, we're all already assuming we're getting at least one DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Obviously, that has to happen. We have to get at least a DLC or some sort of announcement about DLC. On that DLC, I'm assuming new Pokemon and like 1 or 2 new legendaries happening. Excuse me. Or at least like 1 or 2 pseudo legendaries. Right? And then with that, because there's supposed to be an update for Scarlet and Violet, the Nintendo Switches had an update yesterday on to Monday, which really was like nothing crazy. I'm assuming there will be another one next week. And Pokemon Home will probably have an update by the earliest on Pokemon Day, or by the end of next week, which would be like March 3rd or 4th. I'm gonna say 4th. At least by March 4th, there should be an update for Pokemon Home. So, because they said we are gonna be able to like connect Pokemon Home to Pokemon Go to connect it to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet connect to Pokemon Home. So Pokemon Home just had an update. I want to say about 2.5, maybe two and a half weeks ago. And then after all that, do I expect a new game to come out? It's hard because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet just came out. Literally came out in November of 2022. Could I see them releasing a like a Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl situation, like the Johto League, like Let's Go Johto, or Let's Go Meryl, and Let's Go why is Meryl the only one I can think of right now? Oh my god. Let's go Mellow. Let's just say let's go Lugia, let's go Ho-Ho. Let's just do it that. That's something that's so I can remember. Like a Johto remaster, but in like into the Switch situation. I could see that coming in November. I don't see a full-on game coming out on new, because we just dropped a new generation. They're probably going to talk about Ash leaving the anime and the new characters that they're supposed to be coming out in Japan. I believe that new anime with the new characters start in April. Ash's stuff, I think, just is about to end in the next 1 or 2 weeks. So there's that. There's also going to be a lot of updates for Pokemon Cafe Remix, Pokemon Masters, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Unite. And then there's also, I think this is the big thing here. So 2 weeks ago? I want to say 2 weeks ago. There was a Nintendo Direct, and the Nintendo Direct, they added like virtual consoles of Game Boy and Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. Now, the moment that happened, everybody started speculating what's gonna happen on Pokemon Day. Oh, you gotta release Pokemon Red, Green, Gold, Silver, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Like, everyone's like, you gotta release any game, Pokemon Yellow, any game that coincides with Pokemon Gold, Game Boy Color, and any Pokemon game that coincides with Game Boy Advance. I could see that happening, but maybe like Pokemon. I can see Pokemon Yellow coming to Game Boy Color of the Virtual Console, and I could see maybe Pokemon Emerald coming to Game Boy Advance. They're not gonna give. There's no way they're gonna give us all those Pokemon games, because they gotta, like, a Pokemon company, Game Freak, gotta get their money in. They gotta get some sort of cut out of it. And the only issue with that is also, it only counts if you're a individual yearly Nintendo Pass / expansion pack member, or a yearly Nintendo Game Pass. I'm just calling it Nintendo Game Pass / expansion pack member. If you're just a basic member, then you're not gonna get it unless you want to pay for it. I believe it's $30 a month for one person. For a family, it's $80. I know that because I bought it. Because my son loves playing all the old school games and stuff. He keeps asking me to buy Xbox, PS1's console. Like, he literally wants me to buy every console there is out there. I'm like, kiddo, I can't do that. I would love to do that for you, but at this point in time, it's not possible. I'm not saying we can't never do it. It's just right now we can't. It's not possible. And also, back when they had I don't know if it was a Pokemon Direct or Nintendo Direct in, I think it was September. That's when they added the N64 Virtual Console and the Sega Genesis Virtual Console, and they said that Pokemon Stadium is supposed to be coming for the 64 Virtual Console. I'm assuming it'll get released on Pokemon Day. It has to, because it says it's supposed to come like early 2023. To me, January, February is early 2023. Maybe March too, depends. But I want my Pokemon Stadium. Also, if they do the new game, what if they brought out a new Pokemon tournament? We need a new fighting game, like an actual fighting game with Pokemon, or a Smash style Pokemon game, or they made a new Pokemon Stadium. Think about it. They did new Pokemon Snap, right? Why not? And then they do another new Pokemon game. Oh, they kind of rehashed the Kanto region. My God, I can't even. The Kanto or Kanto. When have I ever said Kanto before? Jeez, the Kanto region with the whole Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. So I feel it's possible we can get a whole new Pokemon Stadium on Pokemon Day. I am praying to goodness they do that. I think that would be so awesome. So cool, so awesome. But yeah, I think that's it for the day. I feel like I had more stuff to say, but things have been going on today. Oh my God. The most important thing here. You know what? No, I'm gonna separate it. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not doing it. Nope, not doing it. I'm gonna make a different episode. I'm gonna make it different for I'm about to talk about. Or I want to talk about. All right. But yeah, y'all always knows how it is. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Tell everybody you know about the podcast. I want to make this something, and it only helps if you help. It's only like, even if, give me like I always say, drop reviews, drop something that so I can be better. I want to be better. I'm not the greatest person at networking. I'll be truthfully honest. Like, literally, it gives me the nerves. Like, I almost can't breathe. Like, I would love to have somebody on the podcast with me just to talk about things. I did have somebody at one point in time, but creative differences, so to speak. But I would still love to have him back on the podcast. That's my boy. That's my brother from another mother for life. So, but I would love, I'm not an interviewer. I'm not an interviewee kind of person. I don't like to interview people, and I don't like to be interviewed, because then I start rambling about things I probably don't even know about, which is that kind of thing. Sometimes I feel like that's what this podcast is sometimes, but yeah. Now since we got the Twitter up and going too, like I said, we got the Facebook page, The Mellow Podcast, with a new logo on it as well. Check me out there on Facebook. Hit me up at @mellowpod22 on Twitter. Hit me up on that email, cjfeliciano2011 @gmail.com. If you have any questions, any notes, any review, any comments, just anything. right? You know what I'm saying? Also, hit that Good Pods network app or website. I'll drop all this stuff in the link in the description below. This I need your help. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I want help. I want to help y'all. And like always and forever, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, check out that W Energy. Drop the code MFG22 to get you 10% off a tub. I'm telling you, these things are delicious. I'm not, okay. I'm gonna be real with you. There was one I'm not a fan of. Not that I'm not a fan. It just wasn't great. It was good, but it wasn't great. It was the big tears. It should be like a blue raspberry type of flavor. It was not bad. It just wasn't best compared to the other ones. And I guess they're gonna try to do a coffee version of their energy. So I'm definitely gonna be down on that. I want to try that. But like I said, just hit me up on all the links on the sites. Check me out always on Twitch.tv. I'm so lost right now. On Twitch.tv/MelloFellowGaming. One word, no spaces. Excuse me. And also check out this Saturday's Comic Saturday episode that's coming out this Saturday, the 26th. No, wrong number. 24th. It's part 2 of The Joker that I was reading this past Saturday. I was kind of tired when I was doing that too, so I felt like I had to break it up, and I felt it was extra long, like really long for a graphic novel, for me at least. But go check that out this coming weekend. And until I'm gonna try to stream it, the actual Pokemon Direct, and just be live with it. We'll see what happens. But I don't know. Like, I gotta figure how that works. But like I always say, always and forever. One love. Uh-oh. Wait. Peace.